Hello, my Point Loma classmates. I hope you will bear with me as I try to get through this I think I'm on my 200th attempt. Um, this is my first time with this type of technology, being a senior citizen. We don't like each other. Anyway, I chose to do Sip and Puff because it was something I've heard of, but I had no idea what it was, how it was used. So as I dived into some research and I'm presenting it to you. Trust me, this is just exposure to this and definitely not mastery. As you can see, the Sip and Puff is a very simple device. It's usually connected to a wheelchair through a gooseneck and a clamp and a couple of devices, one to sip, obviously, one to puff. It can help the learner with everything from their computer, mouse and keyboard, to opening a garage door, to working appliances in their kitchen, um, all through being attached, obviously, to their wheelchair and having a technician teaching them how to use it, how it only responds apparently to their body's abilities, and hopefully we'll get lessons in using it as well. The cost involved in this was tremendously varied from as little as $160 to $1,500. I did not research why. What do you get for 15 over the 160? There are replacement parts that will create some cost involved for you as well. I don't know how often the straws need to be changed out. I'm assuming daily because usually with these type of impairments, you have a lot of saliva and drooling, and that would need to be taken care of. Also, people with severe spinal injuries, multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy, and of course, ALS, which I'm going to dwell on in the video here. Hopefully you all know what ALS is because it's a word that I struggle with, so I am going to just stick with the acronym. But the sip and puffers are common for controlling the motorized wheelchair to, like we said, using all their computers. The learner must have the cognitive abilities to learn in order for Sip and Puff to be used with all the devices that they want to use to communicate with. I came across this young man, and I'm sure most of you have seen him on YouTube. His name is Jared, and I chose him because I just thought he was absolutely fascinating, highly intelligent young man. He has ALS, and ALS causes motor neurons to gradually deteriorate and die. The motor neurons extend from the brain to the spinal cord to the muscles throughout the body. When motor neurons are damaged, they stop sending messages to the muscles, so the muscles can't function. And then, obviously, people with ALS, it is fatal. There is no cure for it. A couple of very famous people that I chose that had one in particular with tremendous success is Stephen Hawking, the astrophysicist who shocked the world with just incredible intelligence in his discovery about black holes that really changed the way physics are presented and dealt with today. And then, of course, I'm a baseball fan, so I had to choose Lou Gehrig, who, because of him, ALS was brought to the attention of the world. He died prior to 41, just prior to World War II. And obviously, they did not have any devices or like technology when he had it, and he just deteriorated away. So the pros and cons of this. I only put a few. There were many, many more. The pros obviously outweighing the cons, uh, but allowing the learner to learn and to communicate, giving the ability to connect to so many devices. It really was quite amazing to me what you can do with this. When properly trained, creates independence, which of course is the most important thing you want for them to be able to have. The cons, um, when first learning, depending on lung capacity, there can be some dizziness and headaches, but as you keep going, you build and build and build that lung capacity to where you master this. You have to learn to master the codes. You do need strong oral motor skills, which they can be developed as well. There's assistance putting it on and off. And then, of course, the cost. This is going to be very difficult, I would think, for most. So that is all I did. Totally exposed you to it. No mastery involved. And I'll see how this turns out. And thanks for your patience with it. Thank you.